So, guten Morgen. Indeed, I'm Benjamin Revcolevschi. I'm the Deputy CEO of OVHcloud. And my keynote today will be about how establishing a quantum cloud infrastructure is critical for digital sovereignty. Already funny? I don't know. I didn't say. And this question, you might ask, but what's the link between quantum and cloud? You may also ask why a player like OVHcloud is legitimate to share his vision on quantum. And I like this Rubik's Cube. I'm not very good at the Rubik's, but I don't know if you are. But I'll try to find some combinations so that during the next 20 minutes, we try to crack the code about these few questions. So, cloud and quantum, the link. First, technically speaking, to consume the quantum computers, we'll need also classical computers to pilot the quantum computer, to drive them, to store the data. So there will be a clear technical link. But then, strategically speaking, global cloud players are needed to provide global, scalable, secured access from anywhere to these quantum computers where they are going to be seated. And that's the link that we are trying to play at OVHcloud. But why are we legitimate to speak about quantum? So we are a global cloud leaders. We are serving 1.6 million customers across 140 countries. We are a team of 3,000 people serving and delivering about 1 billion euro revenue. And we have three differences. We are very competitive in terms of price. We are the leader in trusted cloud and sustainable cloud by design. We were born 25 years ago in the north of France, in Roubaix, about 850 kilometers from Berlin. And we have expanded to Europe progressively. And now, today, we operate on a global scale. We have 43 data centers all around the world. We have our own telecom network that we operate globally. And more than 50% of our revenue today is done internationally. We have even two factories because we assemble our own servers, a factory in Europe, a factory in North America. And this gives us the ability to serve globally our customers. But we have a German footprint. For the past 20 years, we are here in Germany. We have 120 people, led by the way, by Falk Weinreich here, AMD. We're serving 30,000 customers. We have data centers in the Hessen region. And I would say Standort Deutschland is real for us. And we have developed, like 4 years ago, a quantum strategy at OVHcloud based on 3 pillars. The first pillar is to invest. The second pillar is to democratize it. And the third pillar is to accelerate. Invest. We have decided 4 years ago to invest in quantum startups. We have also acquired a quantum computer, that size, I touched it, and we have deployed it. By the way, we were happy and honored to inaugurate it in the north of France with the presence of the European Commission, of the French government, and of the federal minister from Germany, Bettina Falk-Watzinger. We also work to democratize quantum. So today, if you go on the OVH website, you can consume already 6 quantum emulators, meaning that you can code in the quantum way with this emulator, with the Qiskit, which is the IBM one, with Pascal, with Alice and Bob, with C12, with Eviden. So I invite you to try it. And third is to accelerate. We at OVHcloud accompany thousands of startups, and we have also accompanied dozens of quantum startups, because we think this is our role to accelerate and democratize the access to quantum. And a global provider like us, and like others, has a clear role to play alongside the European ecosystem. First thing is values. Like for cloud, like for AI, tomorrow for quantum, we'll need to develop quantum with the right values, with accessibility, transparency, ethics, the same debate. We'll need the same, and we have experienced that, so we'll fight to develop that. We'll also fight for having the technological roadmap in Europe that embraces quantum. We are a strong player. We can fight for that and ensure that it's put at the right priority level in Europe. Because as Octave, our founder, framed it, the 20th century was about atomic. The 21st will be about quantum. First, to help us build true strategic autonomy for Europe. Second, also to collectively build the real, as framed, quantum valley of the world in Europe. And the battle has not been lost. We can win this battle. We are advanced. We have lots of companies that develop these quantum computers and technologies. And also third, it will bring lots of opportunities for our economies, for our startups, scale-ups, large corps in all industries. But why is quantum a lever for Europe's sovereignty and this strategic autonomy? You see, Mario Draghi's report just a few weeks ago framed it, because quantum is the next trailblazing innovation. And for us, we'll need to solve 3 challenges: a political challenge, a security challenge, and also an economical challenge. Political challenge, because as for quantum, which will allow us to do super complex simulations, optimizations, we'll have the same debate, the same issue about sovereignty, but 2 dimensions: data sovereignty, technology sovereignty. Data sovereignty, it will be the same. Where are our data? Who can access it? Can extraterritorial laws, can the data be transferred? Same debate. In technological sovereignty, we need to own in Europe a fair part of the value chain. Security challenge. You know that with quantum computers, the ability to crack the most secure crypto code will be that we use today will be possible. So we'll have security challenges with the cyber threats, also with the geopolitical tensions that we have. So this is going to be absolutely key challenge to solve. And the third is economical challenge, because this will open new opportunities for companies in lots of sectors, in health, to develop new drugs. You know, all this configuration of molecules for the drug, the new drugs, that's for quantum computers. Logistics, That's what quantum computers will be able to solve and optimize, very complex modelization mathematically. But how can we make quantum accessible to all? That's the big question. Who in the room has already touched a quantum computer? Raise your hand. Okay, so we have already 20% in this room that have touched a quantum. But you are the forefront of the tech. So imagine all the rest. I speak to developers. Lots of developers never tried already to code in the quantum mode. So the first thing is, of course, the quantum emulators. I spoke about it. The second is the ecosystem to nurture, develop, and thanks for the Bitcoin for this event also, to accompany it, fund it. The third one is the quantum platform. And that's about the keynote. We'll need a cloud platform to access the quantum computers. And that's what we as global cloud players play our role in building these platforms. And the fourth one is, of course, the skills. Let's try to avoid the brain drain of all our European talents for the quantum revolution that's ahead of us. So we support the ecosystem. Natalia just mentioned we've been very active in France, but not only. Here you see 16 startups that we accompany. You probably know, and maybe some of you are part of these companies. We have, I think, Yoast Quantum. I don't know anybody from Yoast Quantum here in the room. Also a German startup we work with. And for these startups, we aim to make the link between startups, corporate, which are also our customers, with research. And these startups, they are working to create the offers. So all these vertical use cases of quantum. So for healthcare, I talked about the drugs, for logistics, for finance, I didn't mention finance, or energy, all these optimizations that are critical and they're very much use cases. They are here to create the offer and we support them in there. But when should we act collectively? Each of us, I think, and lots of you play this role. The first thing is, for funding, this is short-term. Funding, private, public, let's see and fight to solve all the administrative burden for public financing of quantum. Research and ecosystem, this is midterm, because this is all with this funding, ensuring that there is the right flow of information across Europe, across cloud players, AI players, quantum players, so that private and public, really, this ecosystem of research is growing and strengthening. And we also play a role as cloud players here. And the third is more regulation. That's a bit longer term. Same as cloud, same as AI. We'll need for quantum the right regulations to ensure that we have and that our decision makers put in place the right policies that allow for innovation, but also that we develop an ethical, responsible quantum industry. To share, in conclusion, a statement that I'm very aligned with Octave, which is that any large corporations with more than €1 billion revenue. Is anybody part of an organization here that is already generating 1 billion revenue in the room? Okay, a few. Do you think that is your organization already spending 1 million on quantum? No. And that's, I think, it's real. We know the quantum computers. 20% of the room touched quantum. 10 years ago, they didn't exist. Now they are here. Of course, we'll need to evolve from 5, 10, 100, thousands of qubits. Then it's going to be to start interesting. Then we are going to be able to beat the high-performance computers. And then we're going to enter the real revolution I was mentioning. But I think that now is the time for everybody and the large corps also to spend in research for quantum technology. So this is the challenge we have ahead of us. If we fight, if we play our role, if we build in our place, support the ecosystem, invest, build these cloud platforms, we work for that in France, but also in Europe. I'm sure that we can build a strong, great, ethical, stable, accessible quantum industry, and together make Europe at the forefront of this quantum revolution. Thank you very much.